Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and we're going to be talking to this guy over here, which I believe the pawn for his name is Mr. Ratings. So it's like ratings. Like he's like very much focused on like the entertainment aspect and the numbers aspect, which makes sense when he was talking about business and the Gramarye troop and all this stuff as well. But I guess we just have to examine him to talk to him. Excuse me, are you connected to the show? Oh my god. Bunny's coffee, by the way. What? You two got a couple more headaches for me to handle? I got my hands full as it is. Hey, I remember this guy. Yeah, he was the guy who was like complaining about the show closing down, wasn't it, beforehand? And again, one of those things was like, I think that like, Ace Attorney always, as you said before, does the design so well. We talk about this. Designer glasses, the hat kind of slightly tilted, the cashmere jumper over the shoulders, the gold plated like coin for a necklace. And I know, again, as I said, I love a latte too. I when I used to drink coffee all the time, I loved the latte, right? But it's the money sticking out of the pocket. It's like the latte, which again is like kind of like them trying to symbolize, look, he's like drinking his latte, which again, back I think 10 years ago was a little bit fancier than it is now. Like that's all I'm saying. And in the rings, it's all like really well designed to showcase this guy who like has a very fancy, or at least is in his own mind, a very fancy way of dressing, right? You know what I mean? Hey, you there? What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me! For crying out loud, the self-importance. Look at this. Oh, Mr. Ratings. There was an accident during the show. Ratings. Ratings? Ratings. An accident? Great. Just great. That's all I need now. Do you have an idea how much money we're sinking into this program? And again, he only cares about the money, not about the actual accident. Which is probably the more serious thing. No, it is the more serious thing. It's the man who got off with the who was going off with the staff in front of the theater. I ain't never seen you guys before. If I had to guess, I'd say you're not production staff. What did I spy on my little eye? An attorney's badge. Oh my god, look at this. Well, how do you do? I didn't know you fine folks were lawyers. Oh my god. He was acting so self-important, right? But then when he saw he could make some sort of deal, or like he could like maybe get out of something, or like, you know what I mean? He deems us as being more important than we were before. Now he's all like, oh yeah, I'm your buddy. Like, he's definitely very sleazy, isn't he? Oh my god, the sleaze meister over here. My business card, if you would. Charmed to make your acquaintance. I'm sure this is what I'm talking about, right? It wouldn't give us the time of day for a second there. As soon as he found out we're lawyers, he's all over it. Oh, thank you. So you're from the TV station, I take it? Sharp as a tack you are. I'm the producer of this TV special. All my idea, by the way. And oh my god. Again, character writing in this game is always so fun in the way they do this. He jumped at the chance to make a deal here. I'm Apollo Justice, Trucy Wright's defense attorney. Trucy Wright's... Wait, the money? No. Using the money as a fan? That's crazy. Well, I did a kick in the head. How about you open with that tidbit next time, champ? Okay. What happened to this Schmoozy Magoo bit? Again, he's fake. They're doing such a good job of writing a fake, like, sleazy character, like, so instantly. This music is very, like, old school, like, platformer, like PS1 platformer in a good way. I'm Roger Radens. Hold the applause, and, no autographs, kids. I'm on the clock. Apollo, this guy looks really familiar, but I can't quite... Really, kid? Then try this on for size. Hang loose, baby. Don't recognize. And then look, he shows off the watch as well by doing this too. The gold-plated watch with gold-plated hands and gold like numbers. Hang loose, baby. Oh, you know him? Apollo, it's the Ratings Raja from Take Two TV. He's huge, crazy huge, like a real famous producer. Really? I've never heard of him. Seriously, man, what kind of cave did you crawl out of? The self-importance is oozing off of this guy. Roger Ratings, the Ratings Raja, tighten up the TV screen. Still not ringing a bell, no? Still not ringing a bell. You ain't seen my hit Saturday Night Talk Show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central? No? No, I can't say that I have. I love that Apollo's gonna be the one to, like, maybe, hopefully, at some point, humble this dude a little bit, maybe. Even now, not knowing who he is. You're blowing my mind, kid. You even know what a TV is? Say with me. Look, oh my god, talking down to Apollo as well. Television. If someone told this to me, like, I'm literally just being like, yeah, obviously I'm in a position where I have to talk to him. Of course, you talk to him, like, from Apollo's perspective. But in everyday life, if someone said this to me, like, television, I'd be like, we are never speaking again. We're never talking again. F you. I'm going. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident? No, what kind of comeback is that? Grow some backbone, kid. Because, again, he's trying to be respectful because he actually has to ask some questions, you know? And it's like, and honestly, I think from Paul's perspective, the reason why you don't see him, like, he talks in his head about, like, some people when he's, you know, it's sometimes in his head he'd be like, this guy's a real piece of work or whatever. And he doesn't often, like, at least early on, outwardly say bad things about the character he's talking to. Is because I do think that, like, you know, there's an underrated professionalism when it comes to, like, the people in the Phoenix Wright, the Wright Anything agency, where they understand that, like, they have to, like, you know, make leeway with some people when it comes to questioning. He's not just going to say F you right now, even though, like, you'd want him to. I basically lobbed the one at you. Now hit me with your best bar. Viewers will love that. Come on, you gotta sell it. Sell what? Oh my god, with the camera as well. Say something funny for the nice people at home. Go on, hit me with your best shot. Everything is about, like, making ratings and making something entertaining, even like a conversation. My best shot? We're rolling here. Hurry up before they change the channel. Chop chop. Okay. Here goes. Talk to the hand. Kapow. Oh, Apollo, you should just get... Because I think Apollo never talks, like, directly bad to anyone who he's interviewing. He always says it in his own head. He should have been forced to do this. His first ever, like not his first ever, you know what I mean? In the early stages. Comeback. Should have been this. Come on. Kapow, really? And why are you pointing all the dramatically like we're in court? Athena, give us some support, please. Give us some support, please. I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to do. I loved it, Apollo. I thought it was amazing and incredible and really thought-provoking. I thought you did an amazing job and you should be proud. Yeah. No, Apollo was amazing. It was totally amazing. Everyone's amazing. Everyone in the comments is like saying how amazing it is as well. They're all saying how amazing it is. Right? Apollo. Oof, that's going to go in the cringe reel for sure. Only because you put him on the spot. Apollo's more charming than you will ever be. Apollo just doesn't feel the need to, like, talk back to people he's questioning. Yet. But when we get into court, I guarantee, I hope we get to humble him in some way. You know what I mean? I hope we do. I think we can all agree that was a mistake. For embarrassing Apollo, making Apollo feel embarrassed, I'm going to frame you for this murder. If I choked any harder, I need the Heimlich maneuver. Yeah, don't worry about it, Apollo. Being put on the spot is so difficult. It is so difficult, especially if you're not someone who, like, does, like, improv all the time and stuff like this too. I know people can say, well, like, you know, a lot of people are really good at coming up with insults, but again, we don't hear Apollo insulting people all the time. We don't. It doesn't happen all the time, and it doesn't even happen with Phoenix either. He does it in his own head, but it's much harder to say it there and, like, to do it on the spot. I blame myself, really. Should've been better to waste a good film on nobody. On a nobody? Okay, I think we need to break the rules a bit. I think me and Athena need to just, like, jump him or something. Calling Apollo a nobody. She wants an exclusive or what? Yeah. Let's have a chat. Can we present to him a beating? Where's beating? Hit him with a bucket, maybe? Throw him off the stage? What do you think? Roger ratings. Today's magic show was being broadcast live on TV, wasn't it? And you were the producer, right? That's right. Rising Magic Star versus Old School Gramarye. It was going to be wild, so he had some faith in this. We're going to have viewers vote for their favorite magician during the show. Oh, really? You were making it a competition? And the loser would have a really embarrassing prank to... Oh, he's that type of TV host. In fairness, I do think that, like... On YouTube, pranks are really big at this point. But I think in terms of, like, TV, the prank era stuff... No, I don't think so. Because I think that while Punk'd was huge back in the day and stuff like this too, I still think, like, wouldn't it have been around the time that, like, yeah, it would have been still huge on TV. I think Practical Jokers, like, is technically prank shows as well, right? It was gold to tell you, guaranteed ratings. I don't know. It sounds kind of tacky if you ask me. I kind of agree. And again, if you did anything to Trucy anyway, you would have been in trouble anyway. So, this guy is making an enemy of me so quickly. I'm telling you, man, modern viewers eat this stuff up with a spoon. Trust me. There is that thing And I think even like Smosh talked about that as well, where they had to go away from it for a while because at one time on YouTube, I remember specifically, even like a few years back, and I still think it is a big thing for like some things, like, but like a lot of people like, you know, it's about like who's gonna be punished, you know, and the punishments are usually like, very tacky, you know, who's gonna eat the big ghost pepper. But yeah, you wouldn't have punished Juice anyway. I would have stepped in. All we could do is serve it up nice and hot, a feast for the eyes. More like junk food for the brain. But that little brat had to go and ruin everything with that accident of hers. Excuse me? He's doing such a good job at making himself very unlikable. Because now he's talking about Trucy in this way too. Do you understand what she's gone through? Do you have any idea how many times they dragged me over here to prepare for today? He must know the theaters pretty well if he came by that often. And also, you're the producer. You have to produce. You're upset that the talent and the directors and all this stuff called you over to produce? That gives me an idea. How about this? Mad mindscape of magical murderous. Closet comrades come clean. Is he's calling Trucy, like, honestly, we need to, I cannot, even if Apollo wanted to, like, literally, like, jump him right now, I would not stop it. Tell me, Trucy always, buddy. If there literally was a button to powerbomb him off the stage, it would have happened miles ago. I swear to God. She's never shown signs of being unhinged. She's amazing. She's incredible. That's his little sister you're talking about. Oh, he even has the freaking cue cards. When could you tell she's about ready to snap? Oh my, don't even give this guy the time of day anymore, Apollo. This guy's cruising for a bruiser. I agree. Yes, Athena. Athena has the same mindset. He is. As long as you don't get caught on Yes, I agree. Break the camera up, drop it on the ground, smash it, get rid of the pieces, and jump him. 100%. Truth be told, I'm not surprised about the way things turned out, are you not? You're not surprised? Midgets are pretty much the dregs of society, am I right? Oh, well, who's the dregs of society? The ones who entertain people, the one who have a passion, that are following on their family name and their family legacy, that have multiple people around them that love them, that have multiple fans and can do a really great magic show. Or is it you who flaunts their money around like a freaking fan, who puts people in the spot and films people just so you can get ratings and only thinks about things in monetary value? Who is the dregs of society here? I wonder. Who is the dregs? Is it you? Maybe. Not even maybe. You are the dregs. Mr. Dreg over here. What's that supposed to mean? Honestly, I really just like, I think it's the first character. Like, obviously we were bothered by Peace and Love in last time, but I feel like, you know, this is like an instantaneous, like, I despise this man. I despise him. Let's talk about the incident as well. And he's meant to be despised. He's not meant to be liked. It's not like you're supposed to go, wow, he's so kind. What are we doing at the time of the incident? Shooting a show in the station studio. We had a whole bunch of girls in bikinis wrestle each other for the camera. Now, I'm not shaming the gals, by the way, at all, who like done this. I hope it doesn't sound like that whatsoever. Like, it's just very clear that this guy is like very sleazy to me. You know what I mean? He's very sleazy. And again, I'm not shaming the gals whatsoever. I hope it doesn't sound like that ever. I would never do that. So you didn't see the accident as it actually happened? That's right. That's why I'm shocked when I first got here. So he didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh? So he didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh? What you really want to know is whether or not I have an alibi. Am I right? My staff at the TV studio can vouch for me. Why not go there and ask them yourself? You can give them my card and they'll let you in. Okay. So you have an alibi, huh? Good to know. Again, even the way he holds his card, it's like he's kind of disgusted that he has to hand it to us. Okay, what do you think about magicians then? Magicians are all a bunch of good-for-nothings, if you ask me. Con artists and thieves is what they are. Trick people and take their... You're a TV producer. You're a TV producer and you're talking about con artists? You're talking about con artists? Yes, Apollo. Coming for you, that's rich, yes. Magic tricks aren't the same as con jobs, you know. That's right. The people watching never feel like they've been cheated. Yeah, they want to be like, they want to see a trick. They want to see something that like kind of tricks their mind a little bit. That's the whole point. Who's he calling? Lawyers spout hypocritical nonsense. Big surprise there. The big, oh my god. Oh my god. Everything is a marketing opportunity. Everything is a thing to go viral. Like, he is Satan. Actually, no, Satan would be cooler. Did he just post about us in real time? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Everything's about ratings. Everything's about, like, making money. Those Grammarys are all criminal. It's in their blood. Trucy Wright ain't no different. That girl is no good. She may look all sweet and innocent, but... You're gonna have to stop it. But she's a stone cold hitter. You're gonna have to stop it. Legitimately. Don't you dare talk about Trucy like that. You don't know the first thing about her. Exactly, Athena. Exactly. Thank God we have, like, you know, Athena to be the aggressive one. You want to find a sweeter, hardworking girl anywhere, period. Ha! She's got the wool pulled over your eyes. Dude, you're an idiot. You are dumb. We have known her for years. You are dumb. What in the world are you talking about? You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. That's a kid you're talking about. That's a kid. How old are you? Like 302? That's a kid. Imagine, like, that's how sleazy he is, by the way. And that's why I was saying earlier with the bikini thing. I was like, it's like, again, like I said, I wasn't shaming the people involved in that, the girls involved in that, right? Of course I wouldn't be, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you know, all the stuff that entails with that stuff, you would never shame the girls for that, 100%. But the thing is, like, it's very clear that there's no lengths that he won't go to, like, you know, make everything fit to his narrative and fit to what he wants for a show, for something going viral, for anything like this. To the point that he's willing to get, like, to do this. And she's a kid that you're talking about. I'll prove the Grammy magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes. Sure, buddy. Sure. Go about your business. Does he have a grudge against Trucy? Or maybe against all the troop Gramarye? It might be a grudge against all the Gramarye, right? But he needs to understand this is a freaking kid. TV's a window to the truth. Not always, at all. It's not like that magic stuff for streetwise charlatans to perform it. Dude, oh my god. And again, he's supposed to be a hypocrite. He's supposed to be. He's calling them charlatans when he literally tried to create a scenario where Apollo and him would have an argument so he'd get ratings. He asked him to do a fake argument with him. Like, he is a charlatan. He is the charlatan. I mean, that's like you write an interesting character. It's a character who says one thing and does the opposite, right? It's a shame, a crying shame, I tell you. What was supposed to be a fun, lighthearted program turns into a sorry affair. I'll have to sell it to the news outlets all over the world if I'm going to make my money back. And that's the thing. Look, everything's about making profit. Trucy will make her debut, all right. Not as a magician, but as a criminal. Like, legitimately, I'm just saying this right now. Like, I'm up for Athena just, like, breaking his phone and just start jumping him. I am. I know people are going to be like, Calvin, then Paul's going to go to jail. Okay, small price to pay. We'll be out in a few weeks. You know, we have a good lawyer that's coming back from Crane soon, hopefully. What? Yeah, he's going to report this to everybody. I can't let a tragedy like this happen again now, can I? Again, under the guise of being like this really good person, he's going to report this around everywhere and spread it around the place. Jeez, even if she gets off small, make sure she never works. This is a kid, and she never walks the streets again. This is a kid. This is a kid, you freak. You weirdo. This is a kid. And it'd be weird if there was an adult as well, but I'm just saying, like, it's like you have a beef with a kid. 400 to 5-year-old man has a beef with a kid. And he's saying even if she's found not guilty, he's going to make sure the media, and this is what I was talking about the media, like the media is so powerful in this sense too. He's going to make sure she never works again. We won't let that happen. We won't let you do that to her. Exactly. Oh, this man. We're going to prove her innocence in court. Listen to you acting all high and mighty. You're just again, he's designed to be a hypocrite. He's designed to be frustrating 100%. I know how your lawyers do things. You'll stop at nothing to win. I beg your pardon? If you win your trial, you'll get fat stacks, right? Is money really all you care about? Legitimately, we won't get fat stacks for this, right? We won't. Because this is the state versus... this isn't like a civil case that where we can get their legal fees being paid. This is a state case, right? And Trucy's not going to pay us. We're not going to ask Trucy to pay us. There's not going to be no stacks. What's with him, Paula? Why won't he listen? Because he's in his own freaking world. But enough about you. I'm all about going after Trucy now, I bet. I won't stop until she's behind bars. That's how we get in the media to dish out justice. He's all about the idea of media justice, right? The idea of like, even if she gets off free, he's gonna make sure that everyone thinks that she's still a murderer. Because he thinks that this is the only way to, like, no, he doesn't think this. He's a hypocrite. He's a 100% a hypocrite. Before we even get to the court, my expose was gonna take you down. I bet, buddy. I bet. Oh, he's one of the most frustrating characters we've ever encountered. Not if I have anything to say about it. Well, gotta get back to the station. Hang loose, baby. I genuinely think we should just drag him to the ground now. I think we should jump him. Stop twiddling that hand at me. I know. Again, he's intentionally frustrating, by the way. Like, he is. Like, and again, I always commend Ace Attorney for making characters like that intentionally hypocritical and frustrating. He's supposed to be a character. You're not supposed to walk away from that scene going like, oh, he was okay. You're like, the feelings I'm feeling now, I'm sure the Ace Attorney writers are like, yes, that's what we wanted you to feel with this character. My blood was boiling. But no way we're gonna let this guy have his way either. Of course we're not. This is motivating me even more. I already had like 150% motivation to help Athena. They've added more percentages onto it again because now there's a personal matter I have to tend to with this guy too. That's right. Okay, we're done with the stage. So let's go someplace else. I still wish you could check out that understage passage. What else can we investigate right now? Wait, where can we investigate right now? We already went to the dressing room. We went to the detention center and they weren't there. Okay, let's just go everywhere, right? That's probably the best way to go about it. Let's just go everywhere. But yeah, that guy was intentionally frustrating. He's definitely hypocritical. The idea of him calling us a money grubber, saying that like, you know, we don't only care about like about how like, you know, the magicians are the dregs of society, when like he's very clearly like you know, only cares about money himself. Yeah, let's try the detention center. He's a horrible dude. Okay, not here. Okay, so maybe we should like I don't think we'd have to go back into the front of the theater, will we? We already been to the dressing room as well, though, right? Okay, there we go. April 27, Penrose Theater. Dressing room. About all that's left to check out is the understage passage. We'll have to try and get one of the staff members to unlock the door. Someone just came to the dressing room. And actually, like, if anyone's actually interested in watching, like, you know, wrestling, like, not just, like, the scripted wrestling, I think there is like, some wrestling shows now that you air on TV, and you can even watch, you know, Olympic wrestling as well, in both the, in all gendered categories, and you can watch it from there. Yeah, so there is, like, all that you can watch too, and it's actually, like, very competitive, and it can be very cool, and there's some very talented people in those works too, like, and even in like stuff like mixed martial arts, there's some really talented women who are really good at wrestling there as well, so you can check that out. Someone just came to the dressing room. Oh, it's you people again? You came back. Huh? Oh, it's Bonnie. I saw you, you know. Oh, it's you. The bunny assistant from the show, right? What? Yes, that's right. Her little mouth is very adorable, isn't it? My name's Bonnie DeFam. I remember her talking to us earlier. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know? I wonder if she'll make it across the day. See, that was very ominous, wasn't it? That was very ominous when she said this. And what do you mean by that exactly? Nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me. She said some pretty strange things then. I saw you take it. Saw us take it? The book? You took something from our dressing room. Oh, Bonnie, the teleportation trick you did was amazing. Fantastique. I don't know. Athena might be serious about this, but if she's trying to do a distraction right now, that's pretty good. What? Oh, thank you. Again, she is quite adorable, though, isn't she? Look at this. This music is very, like, fantastical, very fun, right? It's like a fun fair type track. What did you... Stealing is... What kinds of magic tricks do you do? Is Athena actually distracting her here? Me? Oh, well... How about this? Oh, that's very cute. That's adorable. Is that rabbit just gone now? Splendido. I think Bonnie's trying to say something to us. She is? Oh, she wasn't doing it intentionally. Okay. Athena was just really excited. Thank you, Mr. Thief. Mr. Thief?
Thief? I saw you. I saw you take the notebook. Please don't take things from our dressing room.
Huh? So it's true what they say.
Thieves really do return to the scene of the crime, don't they?
Well, we took it for Trucy, Bonnie. We weren't just trying to invade like your dressing room and take stuff like willy-nilly. Thieves? I thought this was just it was just arsonists in real life. Well, I have heard the idea of returning to the scene of the crime for sure. Guess that means you really saw us, huh? I bet this looks pretty bad.
If you return what you stole right now, I won't call the police.
But technically, we could straighten this out, right? But saying that we know the owner, right? But I guess, like, also, like, we are taking something from, like, a near crime scene, I guess, too. Oh, boy. You got it all wrong. We're Trucy's lawyers. She asked us to bring the notebook to her.
Trucy's lawyers? Oh, I'm so sorry I called you thieves.
Don't worry about it. Honestly, she is quite adorable, right? You know? And again, no matter what, as you said, like, as we said here, the person with the fingerprints on top of the box, ratings, and Bonnie are like. I'm not saying it's them, but no matter what, because they're the only ones involved around that we know around the crime scene, they are technically still suspects. But we kind of I kind of explained why I thought that it seems really improbable to be Bonnie. You know what I mean? Last time, but still, we have to see everyone as a suspect. I think for now, you know. If you really thought we were thieves, why were you still doing magic tricks in front of us? I guess she just has a passion for magic.
I can't help it. Whenever anybody asks, I just can't bring myself to refuse.
Does that mean she's a real people person, or that she aims to please a little too hard? I mean, people pleasers are that usually what happens to people pleasers, right? You know, and it usually ends up them doing something that they didn't want to do in the first place. In that case, can you tell us the secret to your teleportation trick? Oh, with the dropping of the cane onto the finger. Oh, that's a great animation.
Well, I don't know if I should.
Oh, that look like it hurt. Great animations, by the way. If I keep it the pressure, she might just tell us. I've been dying to know. I love Athena's genuine enthusiasm in this. Please leave the poor girl alone.
Are you investigating the case?
Yes, that's right.
I'm Trucy's biggest fan. I just love her to bits.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you were just working together.
I'll do anything to help her.
She is quite adorable, isn't she? She is. We appreciate that. In that case, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? Let's go. Honestly, awesome. Yeah, the music's very, like, funfair-esque, I think. So, Bonnie, how are you? You're a magician, right, Bonnie?
That's right. My specialties are teleportation and this little trick right here.
What was that? Oh, the rabbit's already gone. Oh, why is that so cute? Why is this all too cute? I'm donezo.
Looks like Mr. Buddy's in a bad mood right now.
Or that she messed up. You said you were a big fan of Trucy's, right?
Oh yes, I look up to her more than anyone else in the world.
What about her that makes you respect her so much?
She's just incredible. Not only is she extremely talented, but she's so cool under pressure and always manages to keep a smile on her face. In spite of all that talent, she still works harder than anyone I know. You couldn't ask for more out of a magician.
I'm sensing that shift into hyper fangirl drive.
I love the unique way she does tricks and how she charms the audience. I especially love her magic panties trick, which is both cute and comical. First time I saw her do a trick, okay, I've gotten to control before many times before.
So she's very fanatical about Trucy. Oh, they're doing the passing of time here, okay.
And that's why I think Trucy is top class. A real first-rate magician.
I see. Sorry, I see. I think I have a pretty good idea how much you adore her now. I'll never, spit in the face of enthusiasm, as you guys know. I think Bonnie's a funny character so far.
Oh, was I talking too much?
I'm so sorry. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm a yapper too. I'm big yapper energy. I better be careful about when and how I ask her about Trucy.
Anyway, that's why I'll do anything at all to help Trucy. Oh, Mr. Lawyer, you just have to prove her innocence.
Don't worry, I plan to do just that. Then all you have to do is cooperate, everything you know, every little detail, and that's the way that will help her. That's the only way we'll help her. And it has to all be the truth as well, Bonnie, okay? I'm not saying you're gonna lie, but like even the best of witnesses lie sometimes. I wish Trucy could see that she has people like Bonnie in her corner rooting for her. I'd love to ask Trucy about these characters too, like about Raidens and Bonnie as well, the show, to see exactly what she thinks about them too. You're in the magic show, right?
That's right. I take it you saw my teleportation trick?
Yes, it was just wonderful. You moved from one place to another in the blink of an eye. I mean, it was pretty amazing. I have no idea how you transport yourself over such a distance in such a split second. It must be so fun to be able to do the trick like that. Teleportation looks so cool. It's like a superpower or something.
Yeah, my trick is turning in some heads in the magic world right now. They're calling it the new miraculous magic. Some even say it's the real deal.
So she's like on the up and up. I guess people are like, taking notice of her, I guess, in terms of like her magic, which can be very exciting, right? I just noticed they have the Steel Samurai up there as well on the wall. Real magic, huh? I know there must be an explanation, but it sure does look real. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's about fooling the audience, right? That's what they kind of say. It's about fooling the audience. I just have to figure that trick out. I want to do it myself. Athena, if you want to do magic, Trucy's the best person once we get her out of there. The best person to teach you about this stuff, 100%. She'd be so good to teach you about this stuff.
Oh, you never figure out, you'll never figure it out. I always perform it perfectly.
Wait. Wait, so she doesn't perform it perfectly all the time? This feeling, okay. Looks to me like Bonnie is hiding something. So Bonnie as a character so far is very pleasant, right? She's a very pleasant character, very cute, very adorable. She loves Athena. She's on the up and up as a magician. That's what we're getting from Bonnie so far. But it's clear that she's hiding something now that this is activated, right? 100%. Let's go. I'm actually like always interested in doing this stuff. It's actually a really great mechanic. It is. I guess we just have to see. I always check the face first, but I think it's like it's gonna be on perfectly, right? Oh no, the hat makes sense, doesn't it? But we'll check the face first and then we'll go for the hat. I think the hat makes a lot of sense too. Let's see if the hand twitches while she's doing this anyway. So it's not the face. It's not the hat anyway. Listen again. Let's check the hat. Because, like, there's a reason why she's holding it right now as well, right? So maybe it is like, I always perform it perfectly. Yes, look at that. Gotcha. Whenever she says it, like something peeks out from under. Bonnie, when you said perform it perfectly, your right hand would tremble. Oh, I thought it was the eyes you were looking at. Okay, the hand was trembling. I think that's so me though, as always turning kids. Like I think I do okay with getting like the right answers and stuff like it too. But I always think that the reason I'm okay at getting it is because like I have the opportunity to talk things out loud constantly and not seem like a madman. You know what I mean? Like just sit there and talk out loud and like get something to do. And also I have times in between videos where I get to think about like what's happened in the case and stuff like too and edit a video. So like obviously like I think that like I come back rejuvenated sometimes with like a different perspective on the case all the time, you know? But I'm not saying I'm perfect with it. I get stuff wrong. I was down to like 2 lives last time as well. But sometimes I just fall into stuff like that, man. I'm just like, oh, it's the hat, the eyes. But no, it actually means the hand, you know? I even kind of glimpsed that. Yeah, okay, so it is that. Okay, I'm wrong. Okay, it is also that. I glimpsed that little rabbit out hiding underneath. Oh. Did you really perform the teleportation trick perfectly this time?
Of course. I definitely got that part right.
What do you mean, that part? So she got that part right, but not all the parts? Oops. Wait a minute. Are you saying that you picked the wrong career, didn't switch the swords? Messed up Trucy's escape? She doesn't switch the swords. It's Trucy has to switch the swords, right? So messed up Trucy's escape? You might have performed the teleportation trick flawlessly. But what about the Trucy escape trick after that? Did you make some kind of mistake during that?
Oh, well...
Because I think it was Trucy had to do the sword stuff, right? Did you?
You see...
Did you or didn't you?
I did. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lawyer. I made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. I'm sorry I lied.
I feel like I pulled a magic trick out of my own just there to get it out of her. She seems very timid. She seems very, very timid. There we go. So she did not perform it perfectly, and it was the part of the stuff with Trucy's trick. Yeah, I knew it wasn't the swords because I think Trucy was responsible for that, technically. So you made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick?
Yes, I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see.
Oh, are you the reason Mr. Hat got effed up?
But it made a huge goof. So, did Trucy explain to you how the escape trick works?
Yes, she knew we need to know for our investigation, so she shared the secret. Let's see, after Trucy escaped from the coffin down the understage passage, Mr. Ha was to be pulled up to the catwalk by a winch. Trucy was then popped up on the stage through a trapdoor. Yeah, I was operating Mr. Ha at the time, but I flubbed up where I was supposed to have him stand. I was supposed to make Mr. Head stand to the left of the coffin, but I messed up. That was the shadow! Yes, because remember they saw the shadow going up, but I guess, like, you know, Athena's 100% correct, because I was thinking, oh yeah, but it was just a shadow in the perspective. No, she had it on the wrong side. But I messed up and had him stand to the right instead, by accident. That matches up with what we saw during the show. Huh? But then doesn't that mean Trucy would have ended up popping up on the side opposite to Mr. Ha? That was the shadow that Athena saw. I thought the shadow was just normal from like a perspective, like it was diagonal or something. No, it was like right there. They showed that on purpose. Of course, I should know that Ace Attorney doesn't show things just for no reason. I should have known this. Yes, she would have if she hadn't done some quick thinking on her feet. She managed to pop up on the right-hand side of the coffin for me. Oh. So the audience never knew the mistake had been made. Oh my god, this is how good Trucy is of a freaking performer. She was able to realize an issue here and do this right away. Way to go, Trucy. Yeah, she's incredible. But my mistake caused her so much trouble. I think I'd better go ask Trucy about this later. Yes. And I'd love to hear her opinion on, like, Bonnie and Raiden's, right? By the way, we'd like to investigate the understage passage. Would that be alright? Oh yes, by all means. Anything to help Trucy's innocence. I'll unlock it for you. Hey, there you are? You got a minute? Oh, God, Mr. Ratings. Yes, of course. Not you, buddy, the lawyers. They're the ones I want to see. I don't even want to see you. I'll just be honest with you, buddy. I don't want to see you at all. Your business with us? So what we learned from there with Bonnie is that Bonnie did that trick wrong and Trucy had to fix it in the midst of it. And that's why we saw the shadow. We also learned that Bonnie is like from her perspective, and he was a big fan. And the reason, I hope it doesn't sound like I'm not going to go through this entire game just like, you know, accusing everybody of murder. That's not what I'm saying. When I'm like suspicious of everybody, I think it's important to do that no matter who they are. We give people the benefit of the doubt, but we also at the same time too always have the idea in our head that something could be there. It doesn't mean I'm going to go around being like, everyone's the murderer, right? Because, like, you know, if you did that, then, like, it would just be, like, a whole case of me just going, you did it, you know? That's obviously not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, like there's two people who we know were there at the scene, and that's him, or that could have access to the scene. That's him and Bonnie. So we have to question them in some way. We have to ask them all these questions. Of course we do. You have business with us? Are you two are from the same agency as Trucy? Is that true? Yeah, that's right. This for you, then. Hang loose, baby. Performance contract? What? What? The first party will pay all the expenses for the magic show. The second party will confer all program broadcasting rights to the first party. If, though the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled on part of the full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. The undersigned understand... Trucy wrote this? Trucy, this is... Again, I'm not blaming Trucy, because, again, like I said before, he clearly is someone who preys on people, and that's what producers do, where this idea of, like, you know, on their want to be a star and their want to make it big, because nobody thinks, oh, I'm not going to sign that, I'm not going to spend $1 million, right? They prey on people who want to follow their dreams like this. It's awful. A contract between Take-Two TV and the first party, and Trucy Wright, the second party. Oh, they're going to read it here, of course. If through the fault of the second party, the show must be cancelled or part in full, the second party will pay $3 million as compensation to the first party. Dude, you just gave me... This is... First of all, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, she did sign the contract, right? But could you take this to court and be like, it's not worth $3 million. Why would he lose $3 million on this? It's not worth $3 million. Now, you could argue maybe like future contracts would be worth $3 million or whatever. But he just gave me a motivation to want to stop this. If he stopped this, and it was technically Trucy's fault, then he would have made $3 million. So he has every reason to want to make Trucy look like she made a mistake. You just gave me a freaking motivation, dude. You just gave me a bigger motivation than before. $3 million, yeah. Yeah, that's more like it. That shock reaction. This is what I'm saying. Look, he's awful. He's awful. That's what I was saying earlier with the thing is like, yeah, as well, like, you know, with the gals. Like, I'm not shaming those gals who like were doing that stuff there on the show. I'm not shaming the people who do like prank shows whatsoever. It's very clear that like he takes advantage of these situations and like makes you know, like money out of like anything he can. He's so disgusting. You make a great comedian. Really? I know. I'll put you on my show. We'll get one of those cartoon anvils to fall on your head. Oh my god. Can I just like please get rid of this guy? Wait a minute. Is this for one of those hidden camera prank shows? No, I don't think it's a prank this time. You wish. That's an official contract. See for yourself. You're the lawyers after all. You should know one when you see one, right? That is Trucy's right. Is that her handwriting? He's right. It's all signed and everything. You better make sure your agency pays what Trucy owes me in full. You know what the thing is here? I wonder what's happening with this contract, and I think that maybe like if you're saying like, well, why didn't Trucy show this to Apollo or Phoenix? I think that's a good question to ask, and I wonder if the answer is from Trucy is like, I was just so excited, or I wanted to do things for myself. Yeah, but then again, she got help from Apollo too, so I wonder why she didn't ask Apollo to look at this. But I guess she might have been worried that Apollo would have told her not to do it. You know, when she wanted to make her big break, she wanted to do this for her family. She didn't expect things to go down like this. But that's an insane contract. It's an insane contract. Are you kidding me? The writing agency doesn't have that kind of money. Then I guess you're gonna have to go fishing for some. I can see it now. Craziest catch. Legends of Seasick lawyers. Fishing on the high seas? No thanks. I can't even swim. Objection! Oh my god, she said an objection in real life. What kind of ridiculous, low down, unfair, one-sided contract is? It's a very evil contract. And to me, it gives him motivation to be a killer in this case. He has given me a motivation. He has made himself a super suspect. Hey now, there's nothing ridiculous here. It's all perfectly legit. It's got her signature on it, see? Can I say as well though, in law, I know this just from watching lawyers talk about this in terms of like entertainment contracts. Some of these can be upheld in court if they can prove that they would have made $3 million going forward off of this production. Now, the only way they could prove this really is by showing like TV ratings that are similar for previous Magic shows or shows that were on their network, showing that like, you know, if there was fan interest, showing the ticket sales and all this stuff too, that would, and then they could equate those ticket sales to something that would get bigger over time. They can definitely hold it up in court. I think there's also a thing as well though where they can also, like, you know, especially since she's 17 years old, they could also like look at it from the perspective of like, if they weren't going to make $3 million anyway, they could throw this out. But I think, you know, they're not going to look at that probably from that perspective all the time here at Ace Attorney. You know what I mean? It's probably just going to be like one thing that's going to hold up in court, you know? I know I'm looking at it from like a perspective of like, well, in real life, because that's not what you do in Ace Attorney, because not everything in Ace Attorney courts is exactly real. The emotions are real, the story is immersive. But we can't just look at it from like, well, they would probably throw this out at this point, you know what I mean? Because it's not always going to be that way. Yeah, it's horrible. Took advantage of Trucy's want to be, I'm guessing took advantage of Trucy's want to like make a name for her family again and want to honor her family. Very horrible person. Absolutely horrid person. I didn't know she did the wipe, by the way. My boys have got to see the stupid look in your faces. Priceless. And post. I'm getting responses already. It's gonna go viral. Again, he is so sleazy. I want to take him down so badly. No. How could he? Don't even think about this guy anymore. Like, he's gonna be sleazy to the day he dies. Honestly. But by reputation. Contract added to the court record. This is a bad contract, and it's really bad for this too. The only thing is, though, I'm taking it as a good thing because she's not going to pay this, and it's like, it's scary 100%. And they did it for the story. It makes sense for the story, but like the way I look at it is, if we're gonna beat this, she's not gonna have to pay this, and this is a motivation for this freaking thing happening, for him killing someone. Because he would have made $3 million off this. He made $3 million off of our Mysterious' death. This sleazebag, look at him. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. I'm not your baby. I'm gonna drive Troop Grand Marie and everyone associated to the ground. Serves you right for getting involved with the Grand Maries. Again, he hates the Grand Maries too. It's not only money, there's something personal here as well. There's something personal about his hatred for the Grand Maries. What's this grudge you have against the Grand Maries anyway? What are you talking about? Stress is making you paranoid, champ. Come on, Bonnie, we have more filming to do. Oh, well, yes, sir. Wait, she's doing filming now. What filming you do with Bonnie? Is there more show? Is there more of a show happening? I mean, Bonnie is technically still under contract probably with the TV station as well, so she probably does have to do some production stuff as well, like or TV stuff as well. But they're keeping the magic show going? Like, what are they doing here?
Oh, and I'll unlock the door on the understage passage for you later.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. Later, lawyers, hang loose, baby. I don't like you. I dislike you immensely with a burning passion. Why would Trucy sign a contract like this? It's very, again, it's one of those things where like all the reasons I gave before. It's either she wanted this really badly, she didn't read it fully, she didn't want to like to scare Apollo, all this stuff, or it could be a forged signature. We don't know, but we'll hopefully be able to ask her about it at some point. And why did all this have to happen when Mr. Wright isn't here? Oh, the way he said that, it's kind of like, you know, like our dad isn't here to help. You know. We'll have to come back for the understage later. Let's go to Trucy's side of the story. Honestly, I agree. I think this is a very smart way to look at it. Good thinking. We can't let you hit the high seas yet. Oh, Athena. You want to see something we could do? We can't let the Radius Raja get his way. 100%. Yeah, this is again. I hope you understand why I'm looking at it this way. Where I'm like, it's a terrifying thing, and it's absolutely horrible what this guy does. As we've seen from his personality, he will prey on people in a way that like is very, very, to me. I know the word, like, you know, it's like, he's kind of like very like predatory business practice is what I'm saying. And he, like, for example, you saw it even in something as small as like telling Apollo to like give him a comeback, right? Even in those moments, he's trying to monetize a feeling that like a fake argument, you know. And now, even after everything that's happened, all these accidents, Bonnie still has to film some stuff as well. So obviously he's like, show must go on, you know, show must go on, which is really like not as disgusting as well. I know like one of the worst things I ever hear about that stuff is always like, well, they would have wanted to keep going. It's like, well, do you know if Mr. Reese would have wanted to keep going? Do you know that he would? He wants Trucy to keep going, but he wouldn't want the show to, like, I get it, it's one of the situations where, like, you know, if he has a grudge against the Grammys, he definitely would have wanted the person who killed him to be caught. But it's not only that, it's like getting a 17-year-old to sign this contract is insane. Like, to even have that in your mind, you are an insane person. He has beef with a 17-year-old gal. Because the family's gone. He has beef, and it's not only her he has a beef with. He has a beef with the legacy of the Grammys. He has beef with the name. When he made a 17-year-old girl sign a contract because he probably knew that she was excited about this stuff. And again, we're going to find out the real reason why she signed this as well. But, pretty horrible stuff as well. And now, like, the thing is as well with Bonnie Defame? Bonnie Defame. Like defame? Like defaming someone? $3,500-year-old man beefing with a 17-year-old, and now like this 19-year-old gal, right? Same age as Athena, which again we wouldn't want this happen to anybody, like, you know. And now he's like, I know she has to go on and do more production as well, even after all this stuff that's happened as well. There's probably like a really traumatic situation all at the same time too, like all this stuff happening. Absolutely horrible guy, like one of the, like a character that like you love to hate, right? That is like so easy to hate, legitimately so. I could hate with a passion forever and ever. Like a disgusting character. Let's go to the detention center. We have Trucy's book as well, by the way, so we can give this back to her. April 27th, detention center. Visitor room. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! What are you doing, Trucy? Now you made my handcuffs disappear. How'd you do that? Oh my god, she's doing magic tricks for the guards. Of course. I'm telling you, like, Trucy is the type of character who is so forward and so energetic and so sweet that I'm telling you that, like, you could put her, like, if she somehow randomly had a spell put on her that, like, put her in, like, hell, Satan would be like, do that trick as well, do that one, you know, and, like, everyone would be, like, clapping their hands as Trucy's doing a bunch of tricks, you know? Like, she has that personality. That's so fun. She's doing magic tricks for the guard. Now I should try making you disappear next, Mr. Guard. Could you do that? Oh yes, please. This is so exciting. I'm telling you 100%, like, a demon could try to possess Trucy, and we'd be like, I'll get the priest to do the exorcism. And then we arrive back, like, he's like sitting like cross-legged, the demon just being like, yes, do the next one. We should probably stop her before there's another incident. Honestly, like, I adore Trucy so much. She's so funny. Trucy. Oh, hi, Polly. Hi, Athena. I adore her so much. I'd give this gal the world. Legitimately. We have more questions for you. Judging by the look on your faces, it must be about something big. Very big. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Things have gotten a little bit sticky. We'll have to remember to give her that thing she asked for, too. So we can talk to her about this, too. The contract, first of all. I want to talk about the contract. And Bonnie's mistake is a really good thing, too. And I'm going to give her the book after that. Oh, look at her sweet smile. Trucy, do you remember this contract? Yes, I signed it before I went on stage. Wait, what? No. Get this contract thrown out before you went on stage? He has some of the most predatory business practices I've seen. The reason why that's bad is because she's obviously like in excited, right? What about this liability for compensation article on here? Liability for compensation? What are you talking about? She didn't get a chance to freaking read it. Let me see that. What? $3 million? Oh, poor Trucy. Her excitement. She just probably went on stage. Because she's not thinking to herself, I should hold up this, because again, she wants to, honor the Grand Marie. She's not going to hold up the whole magic show. And even though she should have, because the ball was in her court, because then if she canceled there's nothing he could do. Just suspect she didn't know about that part. Jesus freaking Christ. That's worse than I thought, man. Holy hell, I never seen this article. Because he didn't want you to see it. He knew you were in a frantic daze, right? He knew you wanted to go on stage as soon as possible. And I read the whole contract from top to... Wait, what? So she did read it. So did he switch out the contracts or something? Oh no, that's even worse. It gets worse every second. But there's your signature, so what's going on? Did he put the contract over the other contract and then have her sign the bottom? Because I've seen that trick happen before in some movies and stuff. That's brutal. Again, I love that as well, by the way, because I thought it was just going to be she was excited, which would have been understandable, right? And she didn't want to upset the troupe Grand Marie. No, it gets worse every single second. He faked the contracts clear or something like that. I can't predict it anymore. There was some kind of trick involved. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking something like that. Like when I signed it. In other words, you think there might be some foul play afoot? 100%. We have to get this thrown out. It's done. And I'm willing to bet that the ratings Raja is the one behind it. That is horrible. Legitimately so bad. Because my first thought was, oh, she signed it because she didn't think there would be an accident. She was so excited to get in this. Then when I heard that she just rushed on stage and she made her sign it, I thought it was oh, she wouldn't even need to look at it. No, Trucy, by the way, this is one of those things where I think it's great, right? By the way, and clearly Trucy's been around lawyers for so long, so it makes sense, right? Honestly, she read that contract and she knows to read that contract. Her dad's a freaking lawyer. Her brother's a lawyer. Her new adopted sister also, training to be a lawyer as well. I hope it doesn't sound like I was doubting Trucy, by the way. I just thought that he was such a sleazebag that he would have done some underhanded tricks. But no, even in that moment, she read it from top to bottom. I'm so happy. I'm so sad for her, but I'm so proud of her as well. Does that make sense? And I love what they've shown, from when she was a little kid to even now, how far she's come with this stuff too. Of course, she works in a lawyer's office. Of course she's gonna read the contract. Yeah, that's my bad. I'm very happy that she did that. But also at the same time too, obviously, it was a trick. Bonnie's mistake. Bonnie told us about the mistake she made on stage. You mean with Mr. had been placed? Even I was at a loss about what to do for a second there, but you figured it out. So how did you fix the problem? Well, I was down in the understage passage when I found out about it. I had to work on my butt off to fix it, let me tell you. So we're gonna see her explanation. After I escaped from the coffin, I went down to the underground stage passage. I got a signal from Bonnie saying she made a mistake with Mr. Hat's positioning. No joke, I was freaking out, as you would. After all, I had to be back on stage in just a few short minutes. Magic Girl Trucy Wright was forced to face an unprecedented crisis beneath the stage. Would this spell the end for Trucy in the Grand Marie land? Oh my god. Even now she's explaining it like a full-on TV show, like a Saturday morning cartoon. Look at her huffing and puffing as well. And then what happened? Athena's totally hooked. Athena loves these type of stories 100%. I was supposed to get back onto the stage through the trapdoor on the number 1 on the left. Using a platform that can be raised on the lowered on the stage. Sorry, I'm jumbling my words up all together to you guys. I don't know what's happening. It's using a platform that can be raised and lowered called the stage lift. Why do I say on the stage? That happens sometimes. When you're reading so much dialogue, it does happen. There was a stage lift ready and waiting in lower position under the trapdoor 1. Well, Mr. had been placed on the right above the trapdoor 2 by mistake. There was another stage lift under the trapdoor 2, but it was in a raised position since we hadn't planned on using it. Oh my god, Trucy had to do a lot here. Okay, so how did you get back up onto the stage? Why, through brute strength? The power of Trucy Wright. Oh my god, Trucy! I couldn't lower the stage lift 2 by myself, so I pushed it back out of the way. You know how heavy those stage lifts are? That's metal and like hydraulic systems. Like there's a lot of spring-loaded stuff. Trucy, the powerhouse, honestly. And she pushed that. Oh my god, Trucy. Then I moved the lower stage lift 1 into the place under the trapdoor 2. This is definitive proof that she did not make a mistake. There is no way this gal could make a mistake. Look at this. Oh, look at her pushing it too. The strain on her face. Powerhouse Trucy, honestly. This thing is heavy. What does it say on the wall? Take a day, 2, you wait and see? Okay, let's focus on this for now. I'm guessing we're probably going to see something like that later. I wish I could have moved to a magic. Unfortunately, my magic is useless under the stage. Of course. You can't use it under stage. Everyone knows that. Under stage is a dark abyss that drains the magicians of all their powers. That's actually really cool spiritually, and like, you know, if you could take it literally, but also like figuratively and spiritually. It's like if you're not seen by people, then you don't really have the same magic abilities, right? I can see why it's called the abyss. I never knew I could take so much out of you. Like, I look at her straightening right now is making me like so like, I don't know, like I just don't want her so much. That's just how it goes in the real world. Illusions are created by the blood, sweat, and tears of those behind the scenes. And that's honestly like a very like great way of putting it as well. It's like it seems like magic, but they're actually like it's created by the actual work and effort that's put behind it. Wow, I learned so much just now. I mean, I learned that Trucy, there's no way she made a mistake at this, because even when the mistake happened from somebody else, she powerhoused her way into freaking fixing it. There is no way in hell that she made a mistake here. There's no way in hell. And if she did, I'll be surprised. Trucy, have you told anyone else about all this? Nope, nobody. This sounds like some critical information. I better make a note of it. Yeah, I think so too. I wonder how it's going to be used fully though, because I think you could use this by talking about she would never make a mistake. Right, that's what I would say too. Or she knows how to fix a mistake if a mistake is made, so she would be able to fix the sword mistake if she made a switch there too. Why would she make this big effort to do this, you know? Let's present that book to her. Here you go, Trucy. Here's your notebook back. Oh, great. Thank you very much. No problem, Trucy, okay? So what's written there anyway? It looks like it's full of secrets or something. That's because it is. It was originally my granddaddy Magnifique Gramarie's notebook, okay. He uses it like a diary as a place to jot down ideas for new magic tricks. Some of which only members of the Troupe Gramarie have ever laid their eyes on. Wow. This notebook really is a big deal then. It is, honestly though, because again, especially for her family too, like, it's obviously like a very big deal. And I think anyone who's interested in the Gramarie legends would also think it's like a really massive deal as well, of course. Yes, that's why it's always kept under lock and key. That's a really pretty key. I bet a magician would just do anything to get her hands on that book. That's what I'm saying. Like, any other magician that is interested in the Gramarie would, like, kill for this. And we found it mixed in with Mr. Reese's belongings. Okay. Could he really have been trying to steal it? Maybe, I guess. The Troupe Gramarie Creed is also written inside, but it was so in the open, though. If you're trying to steal something, you're not going to put it right in the open, right? A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. Oh, Trucy. That creed was passed down to me from my daddy, and his daddy passed down to him. It's true that Trucy always keeps a smile on her face. I guess it's due in part to her family creed, but I hope she knows that she doesn't have to. Grammary notebook updated. The true Grammary creed, a true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, is written inside. Again, that is like it's very much like an old stage production thing, you know, keep a smile on your face. But again, I hope she understands that, like, you know, in future, have a cry, you know? Trucy, I want to talk to you about where we found this notebook. Yes, okay, because this will explain some stuff too, and what Apollo's thought process is as well about this. We found this notebook mixed in with Mr. Reese's belongings. What? Do you think he might have been trying to steal it? No way. I can't believe it. The Great Mysterious would never do any such thing. Would it be so far-fetched he was after the True Grammary's secret tricks? It makes for a pretty compelling motive to take the notebook. In any case, we better focus on doing something about this contract for now, yes. So, Apollo has his suspicions then that Rius might have been trying to take the notebook for the secrets of the Troop Grammary. So at least there's a motivation maybe for him stealing notebook, because any magician would want to have what's in the notebook, right? Any magician would want to have that, or at least would see it beneficial to have a notebook like that, right? 100%. So I wonder if that's what he's going for here as well. Yeah, okay. Trucy signed in her dressing room, right? Then we better do a little more investigating there. I'm so sorry to put the two of you through all this. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. There's gotta be some kind of mistake. If you need me to, I'm willing to take drastic measures. Like what? Oh my god, with my magic! Oh, Trucy. You're not planning on pulling some magical money out of there, are you? No, my magic patties are much better at making things disappear than appear. Do you want to make the dude disappear then? Ratings? Do I want to know what she's planning to make disappear? Apollo, we have to do something, anything to fix this. Athena's very correct. Very correct. Agree, let's check out the dressing room again for starters. Okay, and we should finally check out that understage passage too. The abyss? Then you'll have to go through the backstage area. Be careful down there. So, talking to Trucy, with this stuff here, we realized that she signed the contract that wasn't actually the contract that she signed. She did read over the contract. Very proud of her. Bonnie's mistake was that it was a big mistake that Trucy brute forced her way into fixing and worked so hard to fix it. And the notebook was found with Mysterious. But Trucy doesn't think that he could be the one that stole it. So right now we're going back to the dressing room to see if there's anything in the contract or anything there that we can find about the contract that could help us maybe with her getting her out of this contract as well. Let's see, we're back here again. This investigation's much longer than the investigations in our trial 2s for sure, right? It's much longer. April 27, Penrose Theater dressing room. Okay, this is where Trucy signed that contract. Right, there must have been some kind of trick that he used when she signed it. The thing I remember, I forget what movie or TV show it was, but they like cut out holes in the bottom of the contract and made him sign something else. So I don't know if it's going to be that. You know what I mean? It could be. But it's going to be some sort of trick. The question is what kind of trick and how was it done? If some kind of object or tool was used, there still might be a trace of it somewhere. That's okay. We'll look for that then. Like with the pen or the paper. Well, it's time to find the secret to that trick. Let's do this. Is she off gets? Oh yeah, she can speak multiple languages, can't she? Yeah. Okay, so we're looking for something to do with like pen and paper. Like there's a pen over here. Would this do? Wait. Remember when just before she had to sign something? Remember? Yes. Remember someone came into the dressing room and was asked if she could sign this. Yes, I remember this very clearly. 100%. I remember this. Could you sign this, please, ma'am? I'm glad they kind of reminded me of this as well. But yeah, 100%. Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? If this is the clipboard Trucy used when she signed the contract, I think you're right. Sorry, why am I getting the word? It's not my day. Isn't this the clipboard? Sorry. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's give this a once over. So we're gonna have to like explore the actual contract itself. Okay, so can I say as a kid, like I always thought clipboards were really cool. I loved utensils as a kid. Oh my god, I loved like stationery. I was such a big fan of stationery. Let's try opening the folder. There's nothing here? Wait, there's screws on it though. It's just a screw. That's observation won't get you any laughs. What do I have to make with the funny all the time? It's just a screw. I guess just a screw on the back, but I was thinking that maybe like... Well, there's no contract anyway. There's nothing here. This part here holds paper in place. Could this clip have something to do with how they conned her? Ow, it bit me. Oh, she got the snapback. Oh yeah, that can be sore. Only you can get hurt by a clipboard, Athena. I mean, it happened to me before. It's happened to all of us at least once. What's this section here? Wait. This one's X. It's a different type of screw. Hey, the screw. It's different from the others. Yeah, there's like a different head for the screwdriver, right? Not only that, but I think it's loose. Look, I can move it. No way. Are you sure you should be fooling with it like that, Apollo? So what is this going to reveal? Oh my god, there's an underside to it as well. Whoa, it came right out. See? I tried to tell you, but would you listen? No. Hey, take a look through the hole, Athena. I think there's something back there. Oh wow, you're right. What is it? Do we have to look through the hole again? Okay, we have to like click on the hole again. Nothing particular. Oh no, so we have to like turn it over, I guess? Like there? You see there's like a little indent? Hey look, the back panel is loose. I think I can take it off. Oh my god, this underhanded dirtbag. Got it. You're just breaking things left and right today, aren't you? Well, we gotta do it. We gotta break things. Look, there's something inside. What is this black sheet of paper? I want to say, or what is this black sheet of, I want to say paper? Well, I know, it's carbon paper. You put it in between two pieces of paper and it copies what you write into the bottom. Is that how we got the signature? So when Trucy signed the contract, there was actually another contract underneath. And her signature on the top contract got copied onto the hidden contract. Yeah, that would never hold up. Oh my god, please, can we find the other contract? So that's how Trucy was conned. This awful scumbag. This awful, awful, awful scumbag. What an awful person. This is that ratings Roger's doing. I just know it. How dare he? You gotta hand it to him, though. No, I don't. It couldn't have been easy fooling Trucy. That girl's no slouch. And that's the thing, right? I'm glad that, like, I didn't just say, like, you know, and I never would. You guys know I never would. Like, when it comes to her signing the contract, there's no way in hell I would have been like, she's dumb, that's why she signed the contract. My thought process was like, maybe like, you know, the troop grammar stuff got to her head. She was too excited. She read the contract, but didn't think it would actually, like, you know, it would ever come to that. But I'm glad the game kind of took the approach, which is like, you know, what I should have remembered as well, which is so true, and I love that, is like, she is the daughter of like one of the best attorneys in history. She's the sister of like a rising attorney in Apollo and an attorney in Athena. It's like, yeah, that makes so much more sense than just like, oh, maybe she was scared or maybe she was like terrified, you know, to like of losing the reputation or whatever. Yeah, but I bet we can use this clipboard as evidence if we ever take it to this trial. If we ever take this to trial, okay. The clipboard used by Trucy to sign her contract was also instrumental in the ratings Raja dishonest dealings. Okie doke. So, is there anything else we have to look at here? Or do we have to just go to the backstage area now? The music here is awesome as well, isn't it? That's not what I'm looking at here. It's this thing. Sorry, it's this thing here. Yeah. The clipboard used by Trucy to sign her contract was also instrumental in the ratings Raja dishonest dealings. Yeah, so I wonder now if we literally have to, like, unless we can talk to Athena, we can see what she has to say anyway. So if we can't pay back the money, I'm off on a tuna expedition for a TV show. So it's like, those guys actually make quite a bit of cash, don't they? But not like enough money to make off like 3 million. It take a really long time. I think like the deadliest catch people make like a lot of money. Cheer up, Apollo. You'll have a positive attitude about these things. Tuna, I want to eat tuna tartare. Although, Herb crusted seared tuna sounds pretty delicious too. Which one do you think sounds better, Apollo? Having a positive attitude is one thing, but I have zero intention of going tuna fishing. Oh, phooey. Oh my god, Athena's like, well, like, look at the bright side. We could have like a lot of tuna, but like we have to actually, get out of this trial. She really thought I was gonna go. Athena's just trying to stay positive. Any bright ideas on how to get us through this crisis? Our biggest problem right now is how to pay the money, In times like this, we should consult a lawyer. Well, I wish we knew a few, Gee, now why didn't I think of that? Wait. Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking the next thing we have to do is probably, and I actually might go there right now. I think it's probably going to be the stage again, right? Yes, okay. And we're probably going to end the video here then. And then come back in the next one and continue this. This investigation is longer, which makes me think that, I don't know, I wonder if the trial is going to be like shorter? Because this is actually like for me so far, it's been like a 3-hour investigation. Plus the intro as well for me. But again, I'm not complaining about it because it's actually been a very engaging investigation. It's actually been very interesting. I imagine that we're probably going to trial next episode. I think next episode we're probably going to trial, as we... Now, there has been times in Ace Attorney games where like we haven't done a trial, like Ace Attorney Chronicles, right? So maybe there's actually not a trial, but there is a prosecution, so I imagine we will have to meet the prosecution as well. So there is that. So I wonder, yeah, we'll see how it goes. But anyway, like I'm having a blast with this so far. I think that like with Ace Attorney, there's always like that feeling of like you get immersed in the stories and you get angry, you get upset, you get excited, and then you come out and you're like, man, that's such a great experience to feel that way about a game, right? It's so fantastic to be able to be so happy about the game you're playing. But what we have here now is that we are dealing with a situation where we're dealing with one of the biggest sleazebags you've ever met in this game. And I say sleazebag because it's very clear that he like takes advantage of situations and people and only cares about money, but also has a grudge against the Gramarys as well. We heard the way he was talking earlier, like he sees everything through the dollar signs, and he saw Trucy as a money opportunity. And my thought is two things. I think that if he is the one who did this, right, he gave us a motivation to do this. If he is the one that did this, my estimation is this. Not only does he have a motivation now for doing this, but it's a double motivation of why he would not like Trucy, right? Or why he would want to frame Trucy. The first thing is he clearly has a hatred for the Gramarys, so much so that he would have a freaking grudge against a 17-year-old kid. And it's not, and here's the thing, I want to make clear, I understand that like it's not exactly Trucy he has the problem with, right? But now he is ruining the life of a 17-year-old kid. I understand that it's not just Trucy though. I understand that he has a problem with all of the Gramary. And again, we don't know why he has that problem, but he has a problem clearly. And my estimation of what I'm thinking is happening, he wants to take down the Gramarys so they can never ever work again, and it'll be some sort of satisfying thing for him, right? And the other motivation he has is clearly like, to me anyway, I'm not in TV production. I'm not at all. I've listened to people talk about ratings and stuff like this and dealings only when it comes to like wrestling shows and how much money they make and how much money they could make. And usually deals are made upon the possibility of making money. For some reason, he thinks that, in court that he could make $3 million off this show. And again, that's not unheard of. You know what I mean? With a TV show to make $3 million, you know what I mean? For a stage show to make $3 million, but like it would have to work for a very long time. But he's still using Bonnie as well to do this whatever show he wants to do as well. There was going to be cameras here. There's going to be all this stuff. They're filming a TV special, I think. So it's not unheard of for a TV show to make dealings like that. Because for example, I think Fox paid SmackDown billions of dollars to have their show on their network, right? Warner Brothers spent millions upon millions to get, and hundreds of millions to get AEW on their network. TV shows still make a lot of money because advertisers still, because the people that watch TV still spend a lot of cash. So there is that, and I know for a fact there is a lot of money in TV. So there is an argument you could make that I could have made $3 million off of this TV show if it went longer, right? And it was ruined. You could argue this. But that's not just the only crux of this. He knew that he was going to, if he did do this, he knew he was going to make $3 million off Trucy rather than the potential of making money off of a magic show that airs on TV or has a stage show. He not only gets to ruin Trucy's career, but he also makes $3 million off ruining Trucy's career. And here's the thing. I don't know how like the courts work in different places. I don't know how it's going to work here. Basically what would happen is in the process, Apollo's life will be ruined because he'll be paying off this for because he'll be like fired from the Write Anything agency. Phoenix's life will be ruined, and Athena's life will be ruined, and Trucy's life will be ruined entirely. Obviously in different levels, Trucy would be in such a dire straits, and the Write Anything agency would end. It would end completely. They have to sell the building that they're in. They would have to sell all their belongings. They would have to, liquidate every asset they have. There's no way in hell that he probably would get the full $3 million, but they would be like a payment plan if there's a possibility of paying that $3 million forever. And I think honestly what would happen is it would be a declaration of bankruptcy. Like it's all the stuff that like it's going to, affect a lot of people here. But the main thing it's going to affect, let's just be honest here, like while like all this stuff is horrible, Trucy could go away for murder and then have her whole reputation ruined anyway, even if she got off scot-free as well. So there's some horrible stuff happening with that as well. I feel so bad for Trucy that she got like swindled by this guy. Trucy clearly read all the contracts. She knew what the contract she was reading was, and he clearly like messed with her once again here. Even if he wasn't the one who killed her and killed the Mr. Mysterious, he still deserves a beating for what he's done to Trucy as well. In terms of Bonnie, like I said, I think she's a very like cute character. It's very clear that like she has a love for magic as well, or a passion for magic. But we don't know her, or we didn't get to talk to her as long as we got to talk about ratings. But so far, it's one of those situations where like she looks like she might be also like a victim of these situations as well. Where like, she's still had to fill. Imagine like, there's a tragedy where someone dies on stage and you're told to come back the next day, that evening, to go back and fill in more stuff. That is horrible. That's so horrible. Yeah, he's an absolute sleazebag. One of the worst characters we've met so far. I'm glad the character's kind of standing up for him. The investigation itself has been so interesting so far. I've like really enjoyed like all the different things we've been doing, looking at all the evidence we can find. It's a very like interesting case with a lot of like really cool set pieces and locations, of course, and some really interesting characters. Like I said, they definitely want me to like despise this guy with a passion. Of course they do. And yeah, so I'm having a great time. And I love as well, of course, like the fact that there is a magical mystery going on that's centered around the Gramarys once again. And while it gets obviously a horrible thing that's happening, it's still cool how they'll keep bringing back up the Gramarys in so many ways, especially for Trucy too. Guys, that's going to do it for this episode. That's going to do it for today. I'll be back on Monday for the next episode. I always question because I'm like, when is this episode uploaded? Oh, today is Saturday when you're watching this. So I thank you guys so much for watching this, and thank you guys for being so supportive and amazing. I want to say thank you to my patrons at the highest tier and the YouTube members at the highest tier. Thank you to Ty Ferrer 2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuled Radish Anusta, Lynx Markey, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Selson, Leon, Hike Kasparian, Jared B&M, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Rory Gamma 7, Blasco, and Lucinagi. I'll see you all so soon. Bye bye.